Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So for today's video I'm going to be making some of these little tiny houses from Uniquely Creative. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so I've been sitting on these ones for a little while. These are the Uniquely Creative Tiny House laser cuts. I thought it would be a nice little thing to kind of do as a last minute table decoration or something like along those lines. Now I'm going to point out, I'm going to do one of these Christmas. I think I'll do one traditional and then I might have some fun with some of the others. I'm highly inspired here by Trish from Hobby Hoppers and Dezzles from Desley Jane Plans did a video of this. I will link it down below. You can go and check it out because I love what they did. It's so cute. So anyway, these are the laser cuts from Uniquely Creative. There are 4, but then there's also some accessories that you can get. So you've got the tiny house accessories here. This is a little die set, and what it does is it cuts out, and I've done a couple in different colours here, cuts out all these little tiny accessories that you can use on your little houses. And then there's also this little set of trinkets. So we've got some silver and some gold little trinkets with some string, so we might play with those along the way as well. So what I have pre-done is I have pre-cut out all of the tiny house accessories in black, gold, silver and brown, and we'll just see how we go. So I'm going to start off with the traditional one. So I'm going to go with the church because it's the one that I'm most excited about. And this is Tiny House laser cut number 1. And when I say traditional, I mean I'm going to sort of do a bit more of the Christmas kind of thing. So these are really easy to pop out. This wood is not very thick. It is reasonably strong though once you put all of this together. So we've got 2, we've got a wall, got another wall. Come on. It is just like paper. It's just like a thick paper. Got a little door frame. So a lot of these accessories you can kind of find in the little kits themselves, but you can also then cut them out using the tiny house accessory die. So it's really whichever way you like to do it. I've got the little crosses, one more wall, and we've got these gorgeous windows. Now, something I do know about laser cuts, or the wood that is here, there are ways you can add colour to these that you wouldn't expect. You can obviously use paints and markers. Pencils probably don't work so well, but you can actually foil on these. If you've got a hot foil system, you can actually use hot foil, which I wouldn't have thought, but apparently you can. So then I'm grabbing my very vintage Christmas 12x12 paper collection here. This is also from Uniquely Creative, and I'm grabbing this one. Doesn't quite fit. I really wanted to do that one. Let's just check that there isn't another one in here that works. So there's just a couple here that are built, when I say built for the tiny house, they're built for the tiny house. That one's going to fit. Okay, well we'll do it. We can do it on that one. Either that or... Okay, I'm gonna be tricky because I can. I really want to use this brick. I just think it's really pretty. And just perfect for this church. So I'm grabbing my 12x12 cutter. And I'm just going to trim out that brick bit. Now obviously you don't need to use the paper collections exactly, and that's what I'm going to show you afterwards, that you can use it. You can use these using any paper collection. So I'm going to do the top of, maybe the bottom of the church. Maybe the bottom of the church like this. So we're going to need some glue. I'm just going to use my Tombow glue. And then what you do is you build this cutie all together. So you've got to sort of think about how this would come together. So you've got your 4 sort of little bits. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is then your roof. And this is your base. So if you think about where this needs to go, I'm going to do it this way, and I'm just going to then add the little bit. So I just need to put one of them there You need to leave a little bit of room so that you've got some room to fold it. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly how much room I'm going to need, but I'm just going to give it a shot and see how, like, if it works. We can obviously then fix it for the next time we do it. And then you just need to leave a little bit on the edge. Now, the cool thing is I'm going to be able to get 2 houses out of this brick, so I'm very happy about that. So we'll get our Tombow glue. Any kind of liquid glue is going to work here. Highly recommend liquid glue instead of glue tape for this. Just you're going to get a better adhesion. So I'm just lining that up on the bottom. No, a little bit up from the bottom, I forgot. A little bit up from the bottom, so that way you've got some room on the bottom to fold it up. There we go. And then it's going to do the same thing with all 4 of those pieces. So once that's all stuck, I'm just going to put something heavy on it for a couple of minutes just to leave it, just to all glue together, and then we can get to the assembly. Actually, while I'm thinking of it, I'm just going to really quickly also do the roof. So I think I want this roof to be that sort of traditional thing as well. So I'm going to use this cute wooden one. So same thing, just grabbing the trimmer out. Whoops, missed. That's alright. Oh, I like some of those trimmings. So you've got your 2 bits here that are going to be my roof. And you're going to stick them down the exact same way as we did the others. So you can do... There is one that you can do eaves, and I'm just trying to remember... Okay, so if it's just going to sort of depend on what kind of house or which way you want it. So you can go that way or that way, because I've cut my paper too thin. I've kind of made it so I've only got one choice. But so I'm going to put mine this way. But same thing as before, just laying it down. I'm just using the edge so that it's a bit easier for me, and just leave a little gap so that you've got the room to fold it. This one's actually not too bad now, so we're going to start playing with this one. So I'm just going to trim off this edge because I don't need it. So I'm just following that straight up. The laser cut makes it really easy to follow this. And then I'm just going to follow around the tops of the roofs, or of each of the bits. So we've got that little one there. And all I need to do is make sure that I keep going across these gaps. This is harder than I thought it would be. Harder than I thought it would be. As in, it's just, I've got to get my scissors in the right spot. And I might actually be able to use some of these offcuts to brick in the rest of it. So just when you get to the end, I know I skipped a bit, but just make sure you leave a little tab bit, because you'll need that to be able to fold it all together. Don't stress if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. It'll get hidden a little bit with the building process. Okay. And then just have to do little notches at the bottom, like on the bottom one, so that when you fold it all up, it all fits. So I'm just doing that to each of the corners, or each of the little bits of the house, and then just the little bit in the middle. Hope this all makes sense. Basically means you're going to have little triangles with flat tops. And I'm also going to do the edges. Eek, that might have been a little bit too much, but it's alright. Okay, so while I'm here, yay, I'm also just going to pop in, using some of the offcuts there, just a little bit more of this brick. That way it's going to finish it off, and you'll never notice. You'll never notice. I'm just trying to keep it as close to the edgy bit as I can, because that way I don't waste as much, and I can use a bit more for the next time. So once that's all cut, then we can start working out how we push or put this all together. So I'm pretty sure you just kind of fold all of your little edges. And because we've got the gap, we've given it the ability to be able to do that and to fold and to wrap. If you want it to be a really straight edge, I would highly recommend giving it a bit of a score or something, but I'm actually quite happy with just the way that that is. And I'm going to put my little tab on the inside, and that way you can sort of see how it's coming together. I feel like I've left too much of a gap. That's okay. I'll get better at this. I'm just looking at the way that the side looks. Kind of just looked like it was a bit too much of a gap, but I'm just going to fold a little bit more. This is actually really strong, so you've got a bit of manipulation room and a bit of the ability to give this a bit of a wiggle, and it's coming together still fine. I think that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to grab my little, oh hold on, I'm going to do the bottoms first. Now, you can choose not to put a bottom on this if you wanted to maybe leave it open, if you wanted to put candles in it, if you want to do anything like that. I think I will put the bottom in. So when I stick this all together, I want it on the outside or the inside? I think I want it on the inside. No. Outside. The inside just means I can see a little bit of the wood from the laser cut. So I'm just popping that all in, sticking that down on the edge. Now if you don't have tweezers, or you don't have reverse tweezers would be great here, just to be able to hold that down while it tacks. I'm holding that for like a couple of seconds, and it's holding really nicely, so I don't think you really need them. And then what I should have done before I did that, but I forgot, is just put a bit of glue on each of these little tabs. There we go, and then fold it back up again. And I'm going to pop my little floor in. Whoopsies. You kind of got to have some patience with this. It's definitely not a race. Something heavy. Something heavy. Well, not heavy, but something that's got a bit of weight. So I just grabbed one of my little Foundry wax bottles, just to be able to push that down. I'm just going to leave it sitting there for a second. See, so I can find something just a little bit bigger. There we go. Just trying to find something with more weight. That's my Copic white bottle. That might work better. That's kind of heavy. Just to get the base to sit flat. And while that's doing that, we'll go ahead and do the roof. So exact same way. Just trimming all around the edges. Now this, if you really wanted to cut the wood, if you didn't line it up right and you really wanted to cut it, you can. It's not easy to do. So you don't have to be paying too much attention when you cut this up or anything, because following along is really not that hard. Go. Oh my goodness, it is the cutest. Okay, so I just want to make sure that this is all a bit stuck. I'm just going to use Old Faithful. A little bit of washi tape just to not hold it together, because it is together. I just want that glue to dry, and I'm going to be wiggling this around while I'm putting the roof on. So this will just hold it in place and hold it together while I'm putting the roof on. So the roof's probably the hardest part, because you've got to put like a little line of glue along the edge here. Now, this glue isn't a tacky glue. It's a very wet kind of glue. So I'm just going to leave it for a second to kind of get a bit tacky. I'm just running my finger up the front so that I can get rid of any excess. And because I'm going to stick this down, I'm going to make sure I pull out my Copic white in a sec. But I'm just giving that a bit more pressure. And then once I'm happy, I can put that there. Just trying to make sure that it's even. And I'm just holding that against the side. And I'm not holding it hard, I'm just holding enough pressure that it adheres to itself. And I'm just letting it go just gently, and I'll be able to see if it's stuck or not. Don't think it is yet. No, it's close. Not quite. That's so cute. So I'm also just going to really gently here take off this washi tape. Only part that I think it's going to have problems is just a little bit on the bottom of the laser cut, but that's okay. And there we've got our first little house. How cute is it? Oh, he's fallen apart again. Now, it's not perfect, and it's not going to be 100% exactly the perfect little house, but I think it's so cute. Just doesn't quite look straight, but I'm just going to go with it. So this is when we then get to decorate. So this is why I cut out all these other little things and why I've got the little windows. So obviously the big kind of churchy windows are going to look beautiful. You can put them on the roof, you can put them on the edge, and then you've got all these other ones. So these ones here can go along the edge here, and they can go outside, like out that way, or in this way. Whoa! Oh yeah. Now I've got them in brown and black. I've also got them in gold and silver. I think I'm leaning towards the brown. I think I'm leaning towards this being a pretty traditional little church. Yeah, let's do that. Something else I'm just going to do. I don't know if this will work. This is just an old hair tie that I just happen to have in here. I just want it to push a little bit on one of those edges that's just not sticking down all the best. It'll just hold it while I'm actually finally come together. Good. So I'm going to pop some of these edges on here. I'm just going to do them on whichever one I'm going to decide is the front. That one. That's the front. So I just got a slightly finer tipped glue bottle. Just running the glue along the edge. This is where I'm going to use my tweezers. So I'm going to use the little brown ones. I'll put that first one on there. And I'm just going to trim off this one on the end. And then do the same thing with the other side. So I did do two on purpose. And this one I'm just going to trim off the one on the edge, the bottom, but I'm also going to trim off one on the other edge because this one needs to be shorter, or can be shorter, because I've got the other one on the top. And because we're using liquid glue here, we've got a little bit of wiggle room. Oh, that's so cute. It looks like a little gingerbread house. And then, of course, we've got the door. And we've got these two big, beautiful windows. I think both of these windows need to be coloured. I think I just need them to be brown as well. So I'm just grabbing a Copic marker and some scrap paper. So this is E47. I'm just using the chisel side. It's going to be a little darker than my roof, but that's okay. I'm just running along all the little bits. Now if you wanted to, you could put some, not acetate, that's not the right word, like if you want to put something to make it look like there is a light, you could do that. I think I'm quite happy to just have it as it is. I'm not even going to do this is the cool thing about using the Copic, is it does kind of bleed into the wood a little bit, so it does kind of do some of the edges, but if you're worried, you can just run it around the edge. And I'm just trying to decide what to do with the door. So inside the little kit, sorry, the little die, there is another kind of door. Ooh. So I'm going to add some gold with this. I'm going to colour this in that same brown. And then I'm going to add in a gold door on the front. And this is where I'm going to then be able to bring in some of the beautiful accessories. So I'm grabbing the little gold door from my pile of gold little bits. So it actually opens, which I just think is so cute. It's got a little score line there. Which are just both so cute. And then we'll put our little door on the front. I'm also going to add in, there's a little one that you can cut out from the accessories die. Just going to put that on the front. I'm going to have that sitting at the top. Obviously this is cardstock, so it's a little bit, well, not even cardstock, it's paper. So it's easy, a little easier to mess up. So I'm just being really gentle there. And then we'll put our little door. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. Alright, and then just wanting to see what's in here. So I've got little brads. Some little gold, little candy canes. I think I'll leave them off this one. I'm going to add in, I don't know, I feel like I want to put something on it, but I don't know what. I don't even want to put the, whoa, sorry, thought I ruined it for a sec, but I didn't. My roof is a little wobbly. I think I'm going to leave it for now, and I'll come back and decide if I want to add anything more to it later. I think that's so cool. Alright, so that's the first one. Yes, that's taken me a while. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to put all of the other ones together. I've got another little one. We've got two teeny tiny little ones on this one, and then we've got another sort of reasonably sized one. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these together using some other bits and pieces. Some's going to be from this vintage Christmas, but I actually really want to use... I kind of have this want to do like a plaid house. Plaid and I are just getting along really well at the moment. I'm really into my plaid. This is the Lawn Fawn plaid collection. I'm just debating doing one using this one because it kind of looks a bit Christmassy to me. So I thought maybe having a little plaid house might be cute. Might be cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so I have 3 more little houses. This one's only just gone on with the roof, so it's a little bit not quite right. Things that I have found out along the way, you can do any of these without the eaves, but the eaves hide mistakes a lot easier. So this one, originally I had it around the other way, and what it was doing was I could tell really, really easily that I wasn't quite lined up, and it didn't matter how much I pushed it, it still didn't kind of work, and it did sit really low, which kind of looked funny. So yeah, you know. So this one, I'm just going to do 4. There is another one in there. There's another teeny tiny little one. I'm going to leave it just at 4, just for today. So you're going to end up with 4 different size little houses. I thought I might do this one like a gingerbread house. And then I thought this one would be just really cute with like black accessories to go with the white roof. And then I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with this one yet. We'll find out along the way. So I'm going to start off with the little gingerbread house, or what I'm calling the gingerbread house. And what I've gone ahead and done is just trimmed out a couple more of these little accessory bits. And I thought I'd just colour them in, just using markers. So I want to do that in, I want it in pink. So let's pick a pink. I find pink the hardest colour of my Copics to do, because it's the one that's the least like their caps. I always find that I just struggle really hard with them. So, but anyway, we'll do some pink. So cute. So I just need to pop out the middle bits. It's okay. So the part about this I'm liking the most is I've except for the base of these two, I've used scrap cardstock the whole time. So that's a massive plus for me. I have so, oh, that's really bad. So much leftover cardstock that it's just nice to be able to use my scraps and kind of not have to worry so much about anything. You don't have to have a particular kind of paper. You don't have to have it be perfect. It's just, yep, that works. Yeah, the roof on this one is not sticking yet. That's okay. I can always add some more glue. And I'm not stressing about it not being 100% like perfect, because I think the imperfections actually kind of add to it. So I'm just going with what's here. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. The other thing I've been finding is if you put it on sort of on the from the back, kind of does a little bit better at not showing up on the front. I don't know how that works or why that makes sense, but that's what I've been finding. I might have been a bit loose with it before. So this one I'm going to add the black accessories. I just think it would be nice. It's a nice contrast. I'm going to use these ones this time. These ones have got like little stars. You can do them down the side too, so you don't have to do it just on the edges. For me though, I feel like the edges are a bit raw, actually. So I'm just grabbing a Copic here. So I'm just grabbing, this is BG72, which kind of matches the teal in the plaid. I'm just running that down the edges. Now it is giving me a funny little halo thing on my roof, but I actually really like it. And then I'm going to actually come in with silver accessories on this one, because I think the silver I cut out a whole other set of the tiny accessories in white, and that's so that I can add all these kind of ones for the gingerbread house in different colours. So I've had pink, so I want to do the door in red. So I'm just picking out random colours here. I'm not being too stressed out about making them like shaded or anything like that because they don't need to be. I'm just going to draw a door handle on this one. And I'm going to do the windows. It's going to be the red door. And then we'll do the windows in like a light blue. I'm going to put these windows down on the side, not up on the roof, because I'm going to do some detail with the roof in a sec. And I'm also not putting anything behind these ones. I'm just going to leave them as they are. Now the glue will dry clear, so the fact that I've made a mess on that one is okay. This time I'll use my tweezers. So on the top, I'm just going to grab like a gingerbready kind of colour. Now this may not work because I should have probably done this beforehand. But I'm just going to just draw some kind of lines on here. Now it's not the best look, but I don't want them to be straight, I don't want them to be perfect, I don't want them to be all exactly the same. Because gingerbread's never exactly the same, so... And then where's my door? This door's not going to open, I'm just going to have this one stay shut. And then what you could do is you could grab, if you've got lawn fawn stuff, you can grab any of your tiny gingerbread men, any of the like tiny friends. Oh, the tiny friends would look so cute in all of this. My colour selection here has not been great. I'm aware of that. Part of me feels like these are all examples just for you guys to see how cute these are. And then you can sort of have a shot at them yourself. Because I reckon I'll make a whole new village for next year. A gingerbready kind of house. This one kind of looks like my spooky, it kind of looks like a Halloween house. That's something that this whole collection could be used for as well. If you wanted to do like a tiny Halloween village, then it'd actually be really cute. Maybe I do that next year. Maybe I do a spooky Halloween. Because that'd be actually really cool. Because you guys know I've now got lots of Halloween sets, but I don't have a reason to use a lot of Halloween sets. Maybe this is my reason. I'm planning videos for October. It's ridiculous. So I've been kind of boring with the way that I've decorated these, but I'm actually okay with that. I would prefer to be slightly more uniform across some of these. The other thing you could obviously do is put some of these little accessories, especially the ones that you've die cut. You could put sticky, like make them into little stickers, because that'd make them stick on a lot easier. Because the hardest part about all of this is obviously the 3D element of it. Okay, so none of these are perfect. Like none of them are things that I would put in line for an award or of any kind, but they are really cute. So this is my sort of spooky kind of house. None of them are quite stuck together yet, obviously, as well. I need to add some extra glue. This one's probably, I wouldn't say probably my favourite, but it's not. I love those big windows, though. I think they look really, really cool. And this one would make a really good house for the spooky kind of village. This is probably my least favourite. I was trying to do a gingerbread house and it's just hasn't worked out. But I love this one. I love the plaid. I love this one actually looks more like a gingerbread house to me than this one does, even though it's the wrong colours. But you know, but there's these little tiny houses, and I wanted you to be able to see they are so versatile. You can obviously do a little Christmas village if you wanted to, and do the traditional. You could get some little brick pages. You could colour them in. You could washi tape. You can make your own paper. There's so much you could do to actually decorate these. I'm just showing you the easy way with paper and glue. But you can do so much with them if you wanted to. The longer you spent on them, the better they would look. You can obviously also cut little holes so that you could put little lights on the inside. Little twinkly lights like from Kmart. The little battery-powered ones would look really cute in these. And they'd make a really cute centrepiece, whether that was for Halloween, like I was saying, with the whole village of spookies, or if you went and did something a little bit more fun, even like a gingerbread village would be really cute all year round for a birthday party or something. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I hope it has given you some ideas of ways that you might be able to decorate your table for Christmas. Probably not this year, but maybe next year, or other decorations throughout the year. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I will put 2 videos down below. One is the Hobby Hoppers and Desley Jane Plans one, and the other is the original Uniquely Creative one, so you can see how you can put these together a little bit quicker than I have. So if you want to go check those out, I'd highly recommend it. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you again on Christmas Day. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!